Dear friends of Care4BrittleBones, I'm the director of the foundation Care4BrittleBones, and I'd like to take a moment to thank you all and look back on a wonderful 2017. I give you an update on how we've changed ourselves, how we fundraise differently this year, and also on research. So let me start with how we've changed ourselves. If you want to make a bigger impact, very often you first need to look at yourself. And that is what we've done. At the early part of this year, we've done some reflecting based on the fact that we existed 5 years, and we have turned around our setup quite significantly. Here you see a picture of our core team, now in place since middle of the year. The new chairman of the foundation is Graham Marshall. You see him at the back end on the right hand side. There's also Piet van Erk, and there is Alexandra Wrobel and myself. Together with the four of us, we are forming the board of the foundation. But around us, we are surrounded by really wonderful people. They are called the core team. They all bring their own professional background and expertise and experience, and are equally dedicated. So really, the whole workload of the foundation is residing on more shoulders, so we can achieve more. What we have continued with is the work with our ambassadors. We have by now more than 20 ambassadors in various countries, and they are the ones who are really responsible for the fundraising in our organization. They are the eyes and ears on the ground that spot a fundraising opportunity, that reach out to potential donors and say thank you when people have actually donated for research. Also, what we have continued with is our advisory board that is composed of some of the best researchers and some of the best and smartest people with a why that are also networked and can think beyond their own story. So these people together have really enabled a step up in 2017 that has been absolutely amazing. So fundraising to start with. In 2016 we raised 85,000 euros. 2016. In 2017 we have been able to raise, with all the people that I mentioned before, 460,000 euros. That is 5 times more than the year before. How did we do that? Well, it was a combination of factors, as so often. It was a matter of smarter thinking around fundraising strategy, looking at others who are doing that very well, being able to express and communicate the case for change more clearly than before to trust funds and corporations. But definitely also there was a step up in our activities from the ambassadors that have been raising funds through so many absolutely wonderful events. And let me just give you a couple of them so you have an idea of the diversity. There were lots of Lions clubs and Rotaries and ladies circles and roundtables that have helped their local person with OI to raise funds for OI. There were running events, countless running events, individual runners, but also group runs that were organized entirely for our foundation. The Run for Lucy is a good example, or the Dum to Dum, where there were 15 runners at the start. But there were also small events like a church community, for instance, or a family reunion. There were wine tastings and other parties that were organized basically to raise funds for OI. Children, adolescents, grown-ups, I mean, everyone was engaging and contributing in some shape or form. Supermarkets, whole villages seem to be engaging into it, which is absolutely special. Two main highlights on that front. One, classical concert of the world famous musician Janine Jansen, as well as the Unbreakable Spirit Gala that was raising more than we've ever raised so far in Care4BrittleBones. Given the great success of our fundraising, we were able to spend significantly more on research as well. And research is really what we're here for, right? So there were 5 projects that we enabled newly this year. And in total, that was worth 400,000 euros. Compared to 2016 again, that was 85,000 euros back then. Again, so times 4, more than times 4, more impact there. The 5 new projects that we have supported, just to give you a flavor and give you an idea on what is being worked, because it takes some time until the report out actually happens with these large projects. It's a project on gene editing, very novel, very innovative, done by Dr. Fleur van Dijk. We should know in 2 or 3 years from now if that has actually had an impact, but it's aiming to move us towards a therapy for OI. Very, very transformative work. Secondly, a piece of work from Andy Willard in Belgium, who is working on zebrafish models, trying to make the kind of testing of new medication cheaper and faster with zebrafish models that he has been working on. Thirdly, a project around physiotherapy and occupational therapy for children with OI. We started that in 2016 and are still on to that next year and the year thereafter probably, bringing experts around the world together to make clear statements on what the most promising strategies are to help children with OI in that space. Fourth project is a project around psychosocial aspects of OI. We all know that OI is a physical disorder, but we also know that fractures is not everything. There's many more consequences than just those physical ones, and we would like to have them as well thought through from a scientific point of view as the fractures, because they can be so impactful for the quality of life. So there's going to be a big project around 170,000 euros worth of funding that we will be organizing starting January 2018. It is very much a Dutch project because it's funded from the Dutch Ministry of Health, but of course we will look at international knowledge and we will also communicate back to the international community. And last but not least, we're very happy with a new project also from Azitoy, or from Dr. Antonello Lo Mauro, and she will be doing a piece of research around eating, breathing and sleeping better for very severe forms of OI. All, I think, exciting prospects, and I'm very, very pleased and looking forward to see the results. I'm sure you will join me in that. I would like to close with a personal remark. 1 year ago, I made that leap of faith to focus entirely on Care4BrittleBones. I was not sure what would happen, and I'm so absolutely incredibly thankful for everyone who stayed with us through the looking for the right model, making sure the governance is right, and making sure we work together with everyone that is keen to support research in whatever organization they're sitting, in whatever country they're sitting. It all doesn't matter. I'm thankful for everyone who has joined into this effort, and the 400 volunteers, the 50 researchers and the countless donors really have inspired me throughout the entire year to together achieve this amazing outcome. And I know this is just the start for an even better 2018. So thank you and have a healthy 2018.